The interest rate increases which began in early 2022 have had a major effect on short-term private lending for investment real estate. In this video, I'll provide an update on private lending interest rates as of August 2022, my prediction for where rates will be by the end of the year, and how to find out the current interest rates offered by private lending companies, which are also known as hard money lenders or bridge lenders. I'm Butani, founder of PrivateLenderLink.com, where investors and brokers can easily find direct private lending companies. If you're in the investment real estate business and want to gain insights into private mortgage lending, subscribe to our channel and get notified every time we release a new video. Private mortgage lending is mainly for short-term financing secured by commercial and residential investment properties, with loan terms ranging from 6 months to 2 years. And that's what we're focusing on in this video. I made a separate video to cover interest rates for long-term loans, which many private lending firms now offer, with terms ranging from 3 years to 30 years. Short-term private lending includes purchase or refinance bridge loans, value-add, rehab fix and flip, and ground-up construction. From 2017 to mid-2022, the interest rates for these loans have ranged from 7% to 10% for the majority of lenders. A small percentage of private lenders have charged 11 to 13% over the past few years, but that's typically for deals that most other private lenders won't consider, including vacant land, high leverage, small loan amounts, rural locations, specialty property types, and others. By the end of June 2022, the majority of private lending companies increased their interest rates by 1.5% to 2%. In July, we saw additional increases ranging from 0.5% to 1.5%. So the new interest rate range for short-term private lending is 9.5% to 13%. You may still find some lenders lending in the 8 to 9% range in select regions, but they will likely increase their rates soon to keep up with the competition. Some lenders are going to increase their rates at a much slower pace than others. This varies depending on the lender's capital structure and their cost of capital. I made another video to cover this topic, and I encourage you to check that out. But here's the short version. The majority of private mortgages that have been funded the past several years have been sold to the secondary market. Lenders that sell their loans have had to increase their rates by a greater amount and at a much faster pace than lenders that don't sell their loans. The lenders that hold their loans have not had as much pressure to increase their rates, but most have increased by 0.5% to 1% so far, and they will likely increase more over the next few months. This video was produced in early August 2022, less than 2 weeks after the Federal Reserve increased rates for the 4th time this year. We haven't yet seen the effects on private lending rates since that recent July rate hike, but perhaps it was already baked in, since everyone was expecting it. Everyone in the lending industry is also expecting the Federal Reserve to add one more rate hike in September. So based on what I've seen in our industry thus far, here's my prediction for where short-term private lending interest rates will be by the end of this year. I believe the new range will be 9.5% to 14% for the majority of private lenders, with the average rate being 11% for the majority of loans secured by both residential investment properties and commercial real estate. We'll see what happens after the next Federal Reserve meeting, and I'll provide another update in the 4th quarter. The interest rate hikes have been a huge blow to real estate investors, but many are coping with the new reality and deals are still getting done. If you're seeking private financing for a real estate deal, and if you want to keep up with private lending interest rates, use our website PrivateLenderLink.com as a resource. All the private lending companies listed have a detailed profile which shows their minimum and maximum interest rate. You can contact each lender directly, or if you'd like some recommendations, click the Create a Loan Request button. Provide some details about your deal so we can review, and we'll invite a few select lenders to look at it. If you found the content in this video to be useful, please click the like button and be sure to check out our other videos about private mortgage lending. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.